came up here in Chicago and some weird stuff started happening around 1983 with people getting shot for no reason on the street. My dad transfers over to the Mercantile Exchange around that time and finds himself in the hog pit. So in high school, I went down there to work, where I found that the lots that they trade are called cars. And one day, one of his employees, when asked how does the price fluctuate, she says it's based on kills. And she showed me how there were like 473 kills the day before. And then I come to realize that their futures contracts based on what I'm telling you, unusual deaths on the south and west sides and throughout the land. And their future cars based on people they pick out and then what the people end up doing and then how much they wind up being worth based on what they did with themselves before they got arrested or stymied. And that I found out because I unusually was one of these cars, that I was a futures contract. I just happened to figure some stuff out and ran a little game this time where I stuck around and didn't act in an abhorrent way or do something very, very wrong. So I was a car. Now what they're saying, this sort of behavior was cheered on by the majority of the population, journalists like John Cass, goody-goody journalists and teachers and all sorts of workers who were sort of playing the honor roll role. It was cheered on by the likes of John Cass and Mary Schmick and Heidi Stevens, famous people, Mike Royko and everybody you'd ever want to know, that it was a meat factory, and it was met with wide acclaim and a lot of approval and applause, to the point where I think it even went global with the show, as far as I know, the information I've been given. So what they're saying was that my dad is a trader, and they got cheated because we were worth a lot more money than to the debt and to society than what we were made out to be, that we weren't as worthless as everybody thought, that we were more than just sport, that we were people with substantial hearts and substantial talent, and that actually, even though the debt was paid down with one Bill Clinton's tenure, that we were actually worth a lot more than even that. So that's the story there.